Fitness, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about the difference on a 25-mile road bike ride and a 25-mile e-bike ride. What I want to do is just take a couple of minutes and walk through. So I did two rides yesterday, one at 6:30 in the morning, then one at 1:30 in the afternoon. So we got out on the road bike first thing in the morning when the legs were fresh. We did a 25-mile road bike ride, and then we got out in the afternoon and we did a 25-mile e-bike ride. So we did about 50 miles biking yesterday, and we did the exact same path. You'll see when you see the measurement on there, it's within like 0.2 of a mile different. Sometimes it takes a second for my GPS to kick in on the Fitbit app. So what you'll notice on there is a slight deviation in the amount of mileage, which I'm about like three, not even 0.3, like 3/100ths of a mile. So it's very, very close. I did the exact same route both times, so you can see. I want to show you the time differences, the speed differences, and then specifically the different in effort and output on what you saw in there. So in just a second, I'm going to throw a couple of slides up in here, and then we'll talk you through what we saw. Okay, so we just wanted to share. This is the road bike, hour and 47 minutes, 14 miles an hour for that same loop. Here's our e-bike. On the e-bike, you can see we did the same ride in an hour and 31 minutes at about 16.4 miles per hour. And as you'll take a look in a second, you can see the difference in output as we look at the two rides. So on 148 zone minutes, we burned average heart rate was 122 on the road bike, and we burned over 1,100 calories. And you can see on the e-bike, we were about 38 zone minutes, all on the fat burn, 99 average heart rate, and we burned about half as many calories at 599. All right, everybody. So as you can see from the video, a couple of things came to mind for me. One is the e-bike is significantly faster, right? We're 17 minutes, 16, 17 minutes faster. We're 2.5 miles an hour faster. But when I looked at it, I actually thought there'd be a more substantial difference, right? And some of this elevation we did, and this bike, these rides are, a pretty solid elevation ride. But it was interesting looking at the Fitbit data. I did the exact same ride, but it looked at the elevation and looked like it was significantly higher when you do on the road bike. And I don't know if that's just a factor of me being out of the saddle. I'm not sure where some of that elevation differences came in, but it was the exact same ride, but we're anywhere between 1,000 and 2,000 feet of elevation for the ride completely. The other thing that was interesting is while the e-bike is faster holistically because you're maintaining a much more steady speed, the actual overall top speed on the road bike is about 6 miles an hour faster, about 32 miles an hour faster, 32 miles an hour top speed on the road bike. It's only about 26 or 27 on the e-bike, right? So you're getting faster, even, which is interesting because we have some pretty significant downhills, and I figure with the additional weight on the e-bike, you'd be able to pull faster just from momentum, right? You're 30 pounds heavier on the e-bike than you are on the road bike. It's, it's 20-ish pounds to about 50-ish pounds. But I think the gearing definitely comes into play there. For me, the biggest thing I would tell you as I looked at the two different rides, and what was important to me was I still continue to contend the way I have all along. If I'm riding on the e-bike, it's a great ride if I want to commute, go for an awesome ride, just not be completely sweaty and ruined after 25 or 50 miles. Which if you go on the road bike, it's definitely more effort. You're burning a ton more calories. You're putting a lot more effort in. You also feel like you're more in control and more connected to the bike. When I was riding the road bike, it's very visceral. You're paying attention the whole time. You know exactly what's going on the ride. Where I'm riding the e-bike, it's almost more like, even though I'm working the whole time and I burn 600 calories, it's more of a pleasure ride, right? I'm listening to music in my headphones, or sorry, my sunglasses. I have the Bose sunglasses where you can listen to music. And I'm just enjoying that. I'm singing along. On the road bike, I feel like I'm paying more attention to what's going on in the ride. And for me, that's a huge advantage. I love going out and just having that visceral experience. So I would tell you there's advantages to both, like we talked about when we did the first review of all three bikes. But I really wanted to go a little more depth and actually compare 25 miles back to back, see how it looked like as you would do it. And I would tell you again, for me, the road bike is going to continue to be my bike of choice when I'm going to go out and get some exercise in. But if I want to go out on a hot, sunny day and just enjoy a nice afternoon ride on a weekend, 100% going to do the e-bike because I feel like I can just go out and do 25 or 30 miles, come back home, make dinner, not be exhausted. Where the road bike, there's some more effort that goes into that. So with that being said, we hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully it's informative for you. If you haven't done so far, please hit that like and subscribe button. We'll have new content coming new content all the time, and we'll talk to everybody soon. Thank you so much.